Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Coming live from 1950 South Shepherd, and we have a very special guest today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Carmen Harvey. I am the Victim Services Advocate for the Shine Arapaho Victim Services Program.
Well, thank you for coming on, and thank you for trusting us with this information to get out to our viewers. We appreciate that. But it's also, I think, very important that we share the information. We wish more programs would come over here and kind of uh I don't know how, but like a lot of our viewers kind of know about these situations, and I think a lot of them could probably pass the message on to people that could make that could utilize these services. So what um would you like to go ahead and just dive right in?
Yes, as an advocate for the Victim Services Program, we work with all tribes and races if they're a victim of a crime, and we can provide services to them. Such as advocacy for going to court, filing for protective orders, emergency custody. We can work with them to fill out that paperwork and uh, also provide other things, whatever their needs are. It could be food, it could be gas, it could be shelter. We could do referrals to shelters within our tribes throughout the state, and get them their services where they can also get some transitional housing if they want to move out of the county or what have you. um, there's all kinds of services. It just depends on what the needs are that we can provide. And last week we had a victims compensation training at our office, and I know there was a lot of great information there that can assist individuals that have been through uh, a crime or been a victim of a crime. And there's some services that can be provided through this program that came to speak with us. And some of the things that they can provide that they talked about were medical expenses. Say you were a victim of someone that hurt you and you were in the hospital and you weren't able to go to work, you could be compensated for that loss of time, loss of wages, and you can get that back. Or if you have been hurt, in the mouth with, maybe your teeth were knocked out, you can get assistance for dental care and prescriptions, counseling, and rehabilitation, because you go through so much being a victim that you're going to need some counseling to get through that. So that can be provided as well. Uh, and grief counseling for families of homicide. If I were to lose one of my family members, and I'm also a victim of losing a family member, I can also apply and get some assistance. Traditional healing can be provided too. It just depends on what kind of traditional healing that you use. Is it tribal, or is it state counseling, what have you? Um, and also, let's see, the services the victim would have performed if not for the injury. It just depends on your work loss and loss of support for dependents of a deceased victim and replacement of service the victim would have performed if not for the crime. Crime scene cleanup, if something happened in your home and there was a mess of what have you, they would provide that service to come clean your house up for you. So you wouldn't have to do that. They can also assist with funeral and burial expenses. Um, so we know that through tribes, we go through our tribes for funeral expenses, but sometimes it's cost even that much more. They can assist with that as well. And mileage reimbursements for medical, dental, and counseling appointments for the victim that can also be provided. And so, what I want people to know is that you can come through our program if you are a victim of crime, because we are victims program, and we can advocate for you and assist you and go into your hearing in Oklahoma City. I've done it before, so I want to make sure that everyone gets the services that they need. So if you're a victim of crime, you can come to our office, which is out at Concho at the Judicial Branch building. Our social services program is on the west side of the Judicial Branch building. And just ask for Victim Services Program, and we can do the application with you and assist you in going through this program. And this is the brochure that I have brought. If y'all can see it, I can leave this with y'all. So you can get a brochure from us as well, so you can read it and we can go through it with you. And also, I brought another brochure, the Oklahoma Crime Victims' Rights information as well. So, my name is Carmen Harvey, and you can reach me at the Social Services Department. And we also partner with several different other organizations in El Reno, which is Cardinal Point, which is also another domestic violence program. They also use the Victims of Crime program, and ICANN also as well uses the Victims of Crime program. So there's several resources within El Reno that people can go to. So if there's any questions, just let us know. My number is 405. Well, I have it on the brochure. You can call us at it's 1-833-488-4887. I thank you so much for letting me come here
Well,
and
I had a
speak on this.
question
Go
or
ahead.
two. Wasn't gonna let you off that easy. So I think one thing that I wanted to maybe I'm just thinking about somebody going through the process. So if they're a victim of a crime, like you want documentation that like a police report, or like Domingo can't just show up and say him and Carmelo got into it, and like have y'all faced a lot of those situations where
A lot of times there is a police report, um, and that's documentation in itself.
yeah.
So you would have to provide that to show documentation. If you have loss of wages, you have to go to your personnel department to get documentation that you were employed, so that you can receive that loss of wages. And documentation is always important to always have that, so that you're able to receive those services. But through our program, you don't always need a police report. You can just come in and we can just do the application with you. But if you want to go further with the other program, then a lot of that documentation is going to be needed.
Okay. And so I thought it was interesting that you brought up that even in cases of suicide, like I think that's very important, that people understand that there are services, like you said, you're also a victim of that situation, which I know, I've also, been through that myself. So, I think that's very important that you brought that up. And, you know, um, so basically, you know, I think it because I had no idea. I had no idea. I always knew like we had like a shelter or something, for maybe women or women and children who are experiencing these types of things. And I think it's very important that we put that out there because the statistics for Native American women, that go through these, you know, domestic abuse situations are MMIP, MMIW. I think this is very important information to know. When you compare the statistics that we have, and I when I bring that up, you know, because one of my friends, he's from California. He kind of you know, facilitated a training for us here, and he said something that has always stuck with me. And he said, Native Americans number one, like the biggest problem or the most dangerous problem that a Native American woman has is a Native American man. And I just never really thought about it like that.
Mm.
And I just thought like, wow, like that is so true. So I appreciate you willing to come and share this information. I appreciate what you all do. That's got to be a tough job, because a real time crisis situation, like nobody really expects these things to just happen. So I just want to say thank you for what you and your program do. I think it's very important that we get this information out and let people know that they can have support. You don't have to face these things alone. And I think it's great that you all advocate. Because I mean, most of them probably suffer in silence. So
Yeah, and there is a tribal liaison for the Victims Compensation Program that can assist as well. So there's more advocacy there as well.
okay, well, is I know you're trying to get off here a while ago, so. Well, will we be seeing you all anytime soon?
Yes, we want to. Uh, we have some events coming up in October that we are going to be. It's Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so we'll be doing a lot of activities throughout the month. We'll be having a walk at the Buffalo Trail,
Yeah.
and then we have a T-shirt contest for those that wear the most purple, because purple is
Oh
the
yeah,
color
that's our color
for
too.
domestic violence. So, and then we'll also probably go out to all the tribes and the programs and give out information as well. But we really want people to know that the victims program is available and the services are great, and we want to people to heal and to um, be well. We want our
Yes.
Indian people to be well. So thank you so much for having me today.
Yes, ma'am. Once again, thank you for you and your program. We really appreciate what you all are doing in the community. So I believe that will be it. And we say aho.